Welcome to Crypto College. Why are you here? What is the reason you want to learn crypto trading? And let me remind you, you probably are in the best time ever with the bull run coming up, with the Bitcoin halving, with huge asset management and investment companies and banks applying for cryptocurrency approval so they could utilize that in their business. They could invest, they could take investments in cryptocurrencies. All that is doing to cryptocurrency which you cannot imagine. So we're right now at 1.7 1 point close to 1.7 trillion dollar market. It's going to explode to 10, 20 trillion in the coming year. All right, before we get into this video, let's go over the legal disclaimer, reminding you folks that cryptocurrency is a very risky investment. You have to understand this part. So whenever you make investment, make sure that the money that you're investing is something that you can afford to lose. And keep in mind, not only just profits, you can lose all of your capital too. So when you make investment, be wise about it. Study the investment before you invest any money. So before I get into why you're here, let me answer your question. And I get this a lot. I get my students asking me to text messages, emails, and their question is, Coach, if you're so good at trading, why are you teaching? So the normal perception is, especially coming from a non-entrepreneurial mind, the normal perception is if you are coaching or teaching crypto trading, you're not making any money in trading itself, which is totally wrong. And let me explain that to you how. So, my trading, I'm passionate about trading. I trade almost every day. And not every day is for making money, sometimes for learning the market. That is, you have to understand something. If you read my bio, I'm an entrepreneur first, a teacher, then I got into crypto. Your humble coach is in his 50s. Okay. And cryptocurrency is so good to people. It does not, discriminate against geographical location, against gender, against age, against financial standing. I have students that started off with $10 and they're managing accounts of $1,000 now. $10 to $15, which is nothing. We can buy I think we pay that kind of money at Starbucks for a coffee. And in Western world, we think of trading and we think you need to have $25,000 account, $100,000 account to make any money. That's the beauty of crypto trading combined with high leverage, volatility. The markets are open 24/7. And if having the right approach, you can make a lot of money. So, coming back to the point, I'm a businessman, I'm an entrepreneur. And me coaching crypto trading does not take anything out of my pocket. Guys, it's a $1.7 trillion market. If you guys make money, it does not come out of my account. It does not come out of my kitty. There's a lot. It's a huge pie. There's a lot to be shared. So why wouldn't I? Now comes the question. If you're a successful trader, why would you spend your time teaching? Well, here's where you're wrong. So there are different streams of income. I hope you understand that. Various different verticals, right? What this education is, it's a passive stream of income for me. I don't need to do this actively every day. If I was teaching at a college or at a school, physical in person, yes, that would hamper my trading time. I wouldn't have time for trades. But this is a passive stream of income for me. I hope you understand. Active is futures trading, which I trade every day, right? And this college online, yes, it took a lot of work. Still takes a lot of upkeep, but it does not stop me from trading. That income is coming. Why not have additional streams of income? So that's what this is for me. It's an additional stream of income. Plus, I come from a teaching background. I really do enjoy when people benefit. And like I said, there's a lot to share on this 1.7 untapped trillion-dollar market. $1.7 trillion market, which is untapped, only tapped in by few big giants, and I would say a handful of retail investors like you and I. So there's a huge room in there. And it's going to go to 10, 20 trillion in this year 2024. Okay, so I've answered that. Now let's focus on you. The reason I asked the question, why are you here? If you sum it up in one word, it would be freedom. I know might sound strange to you, but let me explain. What do I mean by freedom? There's various types of freedom, various different types of freedom. But the reason you're here is because of freedom. It could be freedom of time. You want to have more time for yourself. So you can go to the gym, you can work on yourself, you can take up a hobby. For example, you wanted to play guitar all your life, you wanted to have a pilot's license. Everyone has different hobbies. It gives you more time for that. It gives you more time for your family. If you're a family person, you want to spend more time with your kids, with your wife, do things with them, which 9 to 5 restricts us. Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, then you come home, you need time to recuperate, right? And comes the weekend, and most of us would want to rest and spend a lot of time with the family. So this gives you the freedom to have all that. It gives you the freedom of location. Remember, I said freedom comes in various different types, right? It gives you the freedom of location. What do I mean by that? You can work remotely. You don't have to commute to the office, which is a hassle, especially if you live in a big city like New York. New York City, commuting. A lot of people live in different boroughs and then they commute to, let's say, for example, Manhattan. That's about an hour out of their time. And don't forget all the stress and energy that you burn, right? So, working from home, you're remote, which gives you the freedom of location, which also lets you schedule your own holidays. You have something with the kids, your kids got rehearsal at the school, you'll be there because you can. You want to take frequent holidays with the family, you can now because you have that freedom. You work around your schedule. And the most important freedom is in the form of financial freedom, right? Now, financial freedom comes in when you have bills to pay, you got debt, you want to go on holidays. You're a kind person, you want to do charity. You need money to give money, right? You need financial security for the family, for your kids, right? You want to have all these options. You don't want to be stuck at one job where you're earning a certain amount of money and you don't have the freedom to do anything else. You're living paycheck to paychecks. Story of American lifestyle, a North American lifestyle. So we're going to go into the barriers. What is stopping you? What are the barriers for you to become a crypto trader, right? Now, I'm going to touch on that you could be a total beginner. You do not know how to trade at all. You have never traded before. Like me, I had never traded before. When I learned crypto trading, that was the first asset class I ever traded on an exchange. So you could be one of those that you're learning. And this program is for total beginners. We go through everything like we're teaching, a 10-year-old kid. We go through everything. You learn everything step by step. Or some of my clients are a trader, but they are inconsistent with generating profits. They earn some, they lose some. They earn some, they lose some. They can't seem to make a living out of trading. And they've been trading for 10 years or 15 years. So when they start, they come to me to say, I want to start this. Then I tell them you have to start with a clean slate. We're going to explain that a little bit later. What are the other barriers? Time. You might not have a lot of time on your hands because you're working right now. It is difficult to start off something new and you can't quit your job. You still need to have that income coming in until you can replace that. And then you have financial resources. That could be a barrier, right? Or the last one, I call that no goals in life. That's also a barrier. You need to have goals. But there are two factors that 95% or 96% of my students fall in, right? There are two factors. There are two basic factors, and more than likely, you're in one of them, right? So, what's number one? You're not skilled enough to be profitable. Now, that goes for both. Either you've been trading for a while, or you're totally brand new. You just started trading. Trading is very new for you. So, either one, you do not have the skills to make money or to earn a living, right? And then what happens is you learn that, you take this course, and over time you practice and you learn that and you get there. Then there's a second problem. Can you guess what that is? Most of us do not have a lot of savings, a lot of money to put into trading, right? And we get good at it. And then what? Okay, we only have, $1,000 or $2,000, which is for family, it's for emergency funds. And we would never, ever want you to use that in trading. Because remember the disclaimer, not only your profits, you could lose your capital, your investment as well. So, how do we overcome this problem? Well, we provide you a solution. We not only make you a profitable trader with the whole course, with teaching you how to become one, with you practicing, putting in all the effort, putting in discipline, changing your trading lifestyle. But once you get there, now this is not for beginners. You need time. Once you get there, we will get you funded. How do we do that? We don't provide the funds to you. We teach you ways of getting funded. So there's a lot of hedge funds out there, investment companies out there, investors looking for good traders that can provide a better return than 7% a year when they park their money in a bank, or 19% or 20% in a year when they put into hedge funds. They're looking for something bigger. And they do know that crypto is that way, but they don't understand. They're not traders. So they approach you, and there are sites, there are platforms that you can go and list yourself on there, and they'll approach you and they'll start you off maybe with a $10,000 account. Then, if as you're profitable and you're consistent, they'll keep increasing that. The biggest I've heard so far is $4 million account. One of the trader has a full $4 million trading account given to him to trade. Now, of course, this is not going to happen right off the bat. As I explained, you need to prove yourself. Just for example, take for yourself, if you have $2,000 to invest, and I came to you and I said, hey, invest with me, I'll give you a return. Your first question is going to be, what do you do? And I said, crypto trading. How long have you been doing? Oh, a month. And I can give you 10% return. You would be hesitant, right? Because I'm not experienced enough. I might not be consistent. You might want to see 3 months, 6 months worth of trading. Or I tell you, hey, I've been consistent for about 6 months. We get that crypto trading is totally different from other forms of trading. So hedge funds have to show sometimes 3-4 years of history. With crypto, it's different. Everyone understands it's very quick. You don't know what's going to happen in 3 years. They don't wait that long. But at least 3 months, 3 to 4 months worth of trading history for them to base it on, and then say, go ahead, work with my capital. And they do a split, sometimes 80-20, sometimes 90-10. So you get to keep 80%, they keep 20%. And there is no, you don't have to worry about tapping into your family savings. If you have emergency fund, you don't have to worry about taking a loan out or credit card. You can trade a lot better. Discipline's much better when you're not worried about paying bills at the end of the month. I've experienced this. It helps a lot. So we're experimenting ourselves with these funds, and I'm part of one already. I'm applying for the second one. So we're going to be covering all this in the future videos and presentations, so you can also tap into these funds once you become a better trader. Okay, let's move on to the things that you need to succeed in crypto trading. These things are essential, so please pay attention. And if you have a pen and paper, please take notes. You will need to apply this in your real life. It's the first one, first and foremost, is analysis. You need technical and fundamental analysis done. Now, I have a whole video on this. You can watch that. It's called Technical and Fundamental Analysis, right? It's 10, 12 minutes long. It's full of information. Please watch that. And I also give you an example in that on my trade, how I use these. So this is very important. You need to have that before you take your trade, right? Second thing is confirmations. That's why we use 3 indicators. We don't just rely on one. A lot of people just rely on RSI indicator. No, we use 3. We use the RSI, we use the volume, we use the price trend. We need to have confirmations because it's hard-earned money that we're trading with. We're not gambling. We're not blindfolded and we're not shooting, darts in the dark. No, we're trading. We're trading with analysis behind us. So we need to have confirmations. That's a must. Execution. Once you have confirmation, you're going to execute a trade timely. So you need to understand how to do that. All right. Once you're in a trade, you need to manage the trade. You can't just open a trade and, go on holidays or go to sleep. A lot of times you need to learn how to manage, especially when you're scalping in smaller time frames. You need to be very active. You need to be managing it for maximum gains. Number 5, which I just mentioned, maximizing profits. How to take maximum profit. A trade could go to 80%, could go to 30%. If you have not taken profits and you're greedy, you're waiting for 100%, it might just reverse. And in the beginning, I was the same way. It used to happen to me all the time. I'd be waiting for 100% or 80%. It would reverse from 60, reverse from 70. And then what happens is you don't take profits because you wait. You feel like, no, it's going to go up more. It's going to go up more. And it doesn't. And it ends up going in negative. So maximizing profits, we're going to teach you methods how you can do that. Scaling. Once you have taken a certain profit, you have maximized it, you need to scale your account. Market movements are a very important factor. And finally, there are 2 factors which there's nothing that I could contribute to that. There's nothing that the course could contribute to that. Those factors are dependent upon you. What are those factors? Mindset. You need to have a trader's mindset. What does it mean by trader's mindset? Discipline, managing yourself, right? Risk management, very important. These are all part of mindset. Your mindset has to change. If you're used to going to Las Vegas and playing casinos and all that and gamble, that mindset has to change when you come into crypto trading. And the last one are the external influence that we have. It's a huge factor if you're working overtime. You have 2 jobs. You need to work. So when you come home, either you don't have time to analyze a coin before you take a position, you rush in. It could be your support group. It could be your family. How's your wife? How's your spouse? How are your kids taking? How are your friends taking, when they heard about your trading news? Are they supportive or not? If they're not, that is going to affect your trading. So those 2 factors, you have to work it out. Of course, we help you, but you have to work it out on your own and become strong and gain that support. In the beginning, I had that issue. I explained to my wife, I'm going to get into crypto trading. And, this is the amount, this is the money that I'm going to allocate to that. So we had to sit down and have that talk. Thank God my wife is the most supportive person in the world. She's always behind me and whatever, you know, whatever new things I want to try out. But I always discuss with her. So I had that support to begin with, and it helped me a lot. She understands that I'll be spending more time. I might not be able to go shopping with her, but of course, we made, plans. We arrange everything accordingly. So you need to have that. You need to have all these nine. Let me know if you're ready to start. As always, safe trading.